with the replays. So what I typically do, for those of you guys who are new, I take any replay, any mode, and I don't care what ship it is, I don't care about any of that kind of stuff. My goal is to help you, the player, play the game, and I will walk you through certain things, talk about things that I'm noticing, things that maybe you didn't notice, and give my suggestions and thoughts and that sort of thing. Big M, yeah, sure. Do you have the Kraken Discord? Let's go into the... Yeah, okay. Hop into the recording. There you are. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Turn your volume up a little.
How about I move my mic closer to my mouth? That usually does.
Yeah, that works fine. And Lolly Flips, thanks for the follow. Okay. All right. There we go. So, we're gonna walk through this replay from Big M, and you're divisioned up with Smartpanda and my good buddy Sea Raptor.
Yep. Fletcher Friday.
Okay, so this was literally just two nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Cyvic, thanks for the follow.
General quarters.
Now, let's talk a little bit about what you got going on here for flags. You've got credit booster, fire chance, repair booster, anti-air looks like, and there's an Lexington, so that's good. You are running protection, so that's good. Oh, Ken, thanks for the subscription. And you got fire chance and consumable reload, so pretty much everything you'd want on an HE spamming ship.
So right about this time, Raptor's coming up with the brilliant plan of using American smoke to get me into B.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I mean, yeah, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna get spotted, you're gonna get radared, and you're gonna get wrecked.
Actually, the plan was he radared, and whatever destroyer comes in to B, and then I wreck it.
Aha, okay. Fair. And that works, because it's a radar. And yes, I agree with SAT. Smolensk is a great ship.
Enemy force detected.
Now let's talk about your team here. So it's Lexington versus Shokaku. Plenty of tier 10 battleships to worry about. Stalingrad's a threat. Shima's got 20-kilometer torps. Venom, Akizuki. That's your food, right?
Yep. SAT, I only have a 14 or 15 point Kuznetsov in there right now. But it's, I'm only, to answer the real question, I'm only running AFTA, I'm not running range mods, so I'm only a 16.9.
You actually could possibly start hitting that Lenin. Mountain says no.
Mountain said no, yeah.
Maud Friedrich, thanks for the follow. Yeah, like I was just saying, nobody's grabbing B on their team.
Yeah, we found it odd that we got B for free on this one, but so with nothing better to do, just that small ones look tasty. I saw use my gun.
It seems like you're aiming a little high. Is that so you guarantee superstructure hits?
Well, that's what I'm going for, cause I don't think I know I do have it. If the The HE thingy, the armor piercing.
IFHE?
IFHE. Yeah, sorry. Brain's at 100% right now.
Hey, no worries, man. You're supposed to be playing this game to have fun, not to rack your brain every instant. Now they are wrapping up quite a bit over on the A side here. So what's your guys' plan about that?
I think, if I remember correctly, Raptor's gonna head over and deal with that.
Okay. Yeah, you just lost your Kiev over there, so makes sense.
I'm gonna try to come around and support him, but...
Yeah, that might have been an unwise decision. Now your smoke is gone. Speaking of which, what are you doing running standard consumables?
I'm not paying attention. I know Hydro I'm actually very low on.
Now the nice thing is you backed into your smoke just fine. That Soyuz wasted that shot. Had he waited, oof, that could have been a problem. Yoshino takes out your Jean Bart. Yeah, one thing I was going to mention earlier, the smoke here is too far back. You might have been better off moving forward first and then smoking, so that you had a little bit more, you know, viewing angles.
Very fair. I'm totally not going putting premium consumables on my Smolensk right now. Not doing that at all.
Oh, Raptor's getting some good blappy blap stuff on the Venom. Along with your div mate, Smartpanda. And another one bites the dust. So at this point, you're down 3 ships. They're pushing hard around A. There's the Shimakaze. What do you do?
Drift forward in a confused fashion.
There you go. Pausing this for a second because I just want to point out to you guys, if you look at the minimap, let's make it as big as we can, you can see that the group that's over at C has managed to kind of cap C and somewhat push, although they've lost a lot of ships over there. Your Yamato is asking for support on the Shimakaze as the Shokaku is starting to, looks like, torpedo drop. So your Yamato needs to kite away, that's pretty obvious. Montana's going to continue to kite away. Raptor's in a position to possibly torpedo the Yamato. Now, let's talk about what you should be doing. Take a look at the mini-map, and you notice where their Stalingrad is. That is a problem. That's a hard counter to your smoke.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah. So that's a hard counter to your smoke. You've got the Yamato there and the Soyuz who do have flank shots into you as well. So the worst thing you can probably do right now is push forward. My recommendation, if I'm in this situation, is to continue to back up behind this island to your right, and then either smoke, because you know you're going to be able to smoke for free, and if you're radared, you've got the island there to hide behind. So you either smoke or hightail it out there and take a more defensive position that gives you options. If you push in down south, you can run into Akizuki, you can run into Stalingrad, and you've got those battleships that will support them.
Yep. However, that's not what I did. Spoiler alert!
No, that's fine. Part of the reason I'm doing this is just because I want to kind of highlight, you know, some of the things I like to do with replays is talking about looking at the mini-map and why that's so important to analyze what's happening.
That's why I sent it to you.
Yeah, that's great.
There is a theme here, and I told you what the theme was in the email.
Yep. Now you do have torpedoes. They're 8-kilometer torps. Yep, there they go. He's turning into you, so those torps will not hit.
Nope.
And your AP switch won't do much either because he's now bow onto you. Now, what you could have done is you could have actually YOLO torped him. You could have gone straight at him and just fired your torps on the right side. That being said, there's a Lenin that's trying to help there. Yep, there's the torps. Now, with him being bow on, you do have the ability to try to hit him from the front. Maybe switching HE, yep. And you see you're targeted by 4, so there goes the battleship coming at you. Akizuki spotted. I would recommend switching to Akizuki.
Probably was tunnel visioning at this point.
Oh, well, I can't see why.
More concerned about Stalin, you know, ripping through my bow, or ripping through my stern.
Mm-hmm. And convenient Stalingrad size gap.
Yep.
Now you have 1 smoke remaining. If you smoke in front of Stalingrad, you will just simply radar. Yes, that's right, Princess Leia lives. Zaf is triggered. Ah. Okay, now you're getting just outside of his radar range and smoking up. He's reversing. And we know he was going down pretty quick.
Smoke screen set.
That took a little while longer to kill him, but you still got the kill. Surprisingly, your team is starting to come back a little bit.
And even more surprisingly, I'm not dead.
Fortunately, you're out of smoke, though. There's the Venom. Oh, he misplayed that.
Probably came around a little late on him.
It's alright. You're looking at that Soyuz and you're saying that's a problem. Now, you could actually stop right here and heal up. Or not heal up, but stop and shoot, I mean, with the island blocking your vision. That could have worked. Instead, you're continuing to move forward, which is okay. As long as the Soyuz doesn't, like, you know, lol blap you. And yes, SAT is bringing up a good point. 60mm bow and stern armor means that the Stalingrad can and will overmatch that armor.
Noted.
So you kind of saw what Big M was doing earlier as he was trying to wiggle a little bit. He wasn't staying straight stern on, he was wiggling, and that forced some of the shells to bounce off the side armor as opposed to hitting him right in the rear.
Much obliged.
Teamwork going on in the division chat. Always good to see. Are you enjoying the Smolensk?
Loving it. Been loving it since I added it for testing.
Yamato does Yamato things.
Many thanks.
Ducky Shot is hosting with 4 viewers. Ducky Shot, thank you so much, man. Cheers for Ducky Shot. Yeah, this ship is definitely well worth the steel. Or, sorry, the coal. And if you don't have enough coal, get some. As soon as possible.
I ended up investing about 5k steel into the purchase personally because I had used coal on Yushin.
Raptor. Well, at least he apologized.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Raptor went pink in this one.
Yep. But yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to get at, Front, is this is one of those odd situations where it might be okay to spend some steel to get the coal to get that ship.
I personally feel like I have to take a shower after every time I take this boat out. It's so dirty.
Nothing wrong with that. Ron Kivit, thanks for the follow. Not a CC anymore, nah. I mean, Raptor would have to be doing things on purpose and spewing out racial slurs and stuff like that to have a problem there. He apologized, it happens. If you were watching my stream early, you watched as I teamed Torpteraphic in freaking clan battles, so... Now your Yamato is being a little too aggressive here. Because he's given up side angles to the Lenin.
Torpedoes to starboard.
This case brings up a good point. How many times has Fem gone pink? You saw her do it yesterday in ranked.
Our victory is in
As I recall, those were just torps that Raptor had launched a while ago, and the summers just drifted into being black torps and being slows.
Yeah, well that's the thing. Black torps are fire and forget, and the problem is emphasis on forget.
Managed to hit the brakes just in time.
Yes, I did, Ken. Thanks for the reminder. I think he's trying to talk to the carrier. Your Yamato.
Probably.
torpedoes to starboard.
Our carrier was not very helpful in this game.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh, I can see, based on his positioning, he's probably just going to get himself gunned down by the Yakizuki. But, I mean, in a situation like this, I fall under this too, expecting team play in a certain way, because that's how you would do it as a player, but
Torpedoes to
fortunately you
starboard.
can't
Torpedoes direct front.
make that kind of a guess. Now the Lenin is turning to face you. That could be a problem very soon.
Oh, it could be.
Victory is in sight.
Well, lack of premium smoke hurts, yes, that's true, and also premium heal, but
Torpedoes direct front.
one more smoke would have really helped. The nice thing is you've managed to evade all of Venom's
Torpedoes direct
torps.
front.
At this point, was the plan was to hunt Venom,
Torpedoes direct front.
but I got a little bonus opportunity.
Torpedoes direct front. Problem solved, sir.
It's the nice thing. Now, I'd probably be looking more at, well, I mean, you're trying to dodge the shells, but you knew he was pretty much dead, so... I would be looking at the Yamato next, trying to see what's going on with, shells. Good dodge there from that Yamato. That could have taken you out right there. And yeah, against the Lenin, you could pop AP. Lenin doesn't have a ton of superstructure, but...
Torpedoes astern.
Wow, the Shokaku got the Aki. Nice.
Torpedoes astern.
I am running Superintendent Cthulhu.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess it synergizes well with Kuznetsov because it's got the buffed Joad even.
Yeah.
Torpedoes direct front.
And there goes your Montana. Yeah, this is kind of one of those ships where it gets released and people ask questions. How did this happen?
It's just adrenaline rush kicking in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that. Now you are being detected, so you have to be thinking about that Hindenburg who's got your broadside.
Oh yeah, that Hindenburg's been in the back of my mind half the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it doesn't matter anyway. GG!
Yep.
Well, thanks for the replay there. I think it did a nice job of highlighting strengths and the weaknesses. Well, more the strengths of the ship. I don't know if we saw that many weaknesses.
I should have, though, because the theme of the replay, as I told Zeth, was there's at least 4 times in that game I should have died.
Yes. You should have died quite a bit.
I should have died about 5 minutes into that Soyuz.
Yep.
That was the first time. And Stalin should have killed me. That Lenin had a good look, and you didn't. I didn't remember the Yamatos.
It's so much to see, right? So much to think about.
Yeah. Thanks for the replay, and yeah, we'll have to think about it on how I play that ship.
Yeah, no problem. It's fun to look at this and to showcase, you know, the new hotness.
It is. It's a fun boat. Anywho, I gotta bounce anyway, so.
Okay. Well, hey, thanks for sticking around. Good hanging out with you.
Thank you.
All right. That was a pretty awesome game there, and let's move on next to our ranked Jutland game. And that's God, who is the winner? Whoever that was, just message me so I can get you your code. You have won a community contributor container, courtesy of Wargaming. What is going on? All right, gotta do my characteristic screenshot to start us off here. Bam. And what do we got? We've got credit reduction, heal booster, protection, which is always good in ranked, and we've got our consumable reload.
Action stations.
Not bad. I'd like to see the fire chance flag. Even the flood chance flag is pretty good here for the Jutland. What do your friends have? Now this is ranked, so it's very much dependent on what your friends have too. And he is not wearing protection. And that many flags anyway. So that might be a problem. Yes, Front, I do release these also on YouTube. I release them individually, but I'm changing that. I'm going to start releasing them on YouTube, but all as one. So we'll see how that works. Good. So your Yamato is running protection. Your Missouri's running protection. Take a look at the Alaska. Alaska's running protection. And last but not least, the Venom. This is Sleeping Giant. Tough map. We see a lot of players like to do this kind of hard play at the beginning here, going straight into the cap. Both you and the Venom are doing it. I mean, straight into the mid. And that's kind of okay. You've got 2 Fletchers, a Kita, Kronstadt, and 2 most likely secondary spec battleships to deal with. So killing these destroyers early will quite possibly decide the battle. What do we got here for rank? This is rank 5 or 6 to 10 bracket. This is what we need. This is what I need to be playing more of. You've enjoyed SG in ranked. What's SG?
Smoke screen set.
See, now this Venom got himself into trouble. And he's probably going to get killed before you guys can kill this Fletcher. Which is unfortunate. Oh, a Sleeping Giant. Okay. I thought you were thinking of like a ship or something. Yeah, I ranked out on this map once too. Your Venom survived because the rest of the team went behind the island. Okay. Okay, they traded. The trade is actually okay in this kind of situation. It will allow you guys to be able to focus more on things, so that's okay. Kitakaze last spotted out on the 8-ish line. I don't like the fact that the Yugumo has left and run away. I don't think that's a terrible trade at all. It's a 1-to-1 trade. Nothing wrong with that. You gotta be thinking about the Missouri. What's the Missouri going to do? And more importantly, is that Missouri going to get himself wrecked by the Kitakaze and the Georgia? So, it looks to me like you're going to go this direction now to back them up. Meanwhile, your Musashi... Okay, there's the Fletcher. And there's the Kitakaze. It's kind of like, pick your poison. Jeez. At least you've got the Missouri here to help you on the Kitakaze, so I agree with this. 2v1 him down. Yes, Ducky is exactly explaining it right, at least in my opinion. That 1-to-1 trade early means that you, as the player, are far more influential in the battle. You're only firing a couple of torps. I'd fire off the entire rack first and then switch to guns. You want those torps to reload as quickly as possible, and they are not reloading right now. Had you fired those torps, you might have gotten the kill on him earlier. Now, you have to hope that he doesn't kill the Missouri with his guns. LOL. So you got the kill, but at what cost, right? At the cost of your friendly Missouri. It's unfortunate he went and he derped into those torps like that. It's ranked. It is what it is. At least the Alaska knew to use radar. Now you've got the opportunity to back cap C, but you've also got... Wow, okay. You don't have to worry about the Fletcher, so you've only got the Georgia to deal with. Now I'll bet you wish you had your torpedoes reloading or reloaded completely, so you have a full batch of torps to fire. Now I would not fire this last rack just yet. I'd wait a little bit and see what the Georgia does. You also switched back to guns, which telegraphs to the Georgia that you are firing torpedoes at him. Yeah, Wings, and that's a fair way to look at it, right? You had torps, you fired your torps, but the problem is that you wasted time. You should have either done guns or torps, one or the other. Georgia takes a torpedo hit, but there's not too much you can do to stop him, except you could go around these islands, and you could play the island game with him. If he goes around the islands, boom. And yes, the fight is definitely at A. I don't think we can even see what's going to happen over there. The Musashi is driving into his death, perhaps? Kronstadt and Frederick are both there. Your Yugumo is in a terrible spot. Your Yugumo shouldn't be there at all. The Yugumo should be coming back to help you with the Georgia, or moving up north to prevent the move, but that's alright. But yeah, I mean, you're full health, right? So you've got a really good opportunity to, if you played the island game, you had a really good opportunity to get the surprise blap on him, and that would have been something. Fortunately, the Georgia is now turning, so your torps aren't going to hit. Georgia wants to go to the B cap. Georgia wants to cap this. You have to be thinking what's in the Georgia's mind. Okay, hold. Okay, you held a couple torps in reserve. Again, you either all or nothing. Don't worry about the secondaries. Now, if you get some torps and you get a flood, you might get a DCP, which will be good. Okay, so you might get a DCP. You need to be thinking about getting resets on this guy, possibly using your guns as well. Georgia, oh goodness, Georgia is going right back in front of that shot. He thought all of your torps were out and made the big mistake. Okay, nothing you have to do now. Just wait and see if he floods out, and he probably will not. So what you want to do is get behind him and get ready to open up with guns, because this guy is going to, okay, I was gonna say he's gonna probably DCP as soon as possible, and that DCP would enable him to would enable you to start him back on fire again. Regardless, that's it. He gone. Oh, Kajian Nodwall, thanks for the follow. AP in Jutland is pretty good, that is true. Somehow the Alaska is going to die, apparently. You can see what I mean about the Yugumo not doing much. Those torps are for what? I'm guessing the Kronstadt? Now your job at this point is going to be to prevent the Kronstadt from getting the cap. You absolutely have to prevent the cap. So I would say you're better off slowing down now and just staying within gun range of the Kronstadt. You need to get the resets, so that buys time for the Yugumo to get the cap. SAT, why would you say Kron is not a threat? SK's bringing up a good point about the DCP. Yes, getting a fire on him is nice, but if he just DCPs anyway, it doesn't really matter. So the Alaska and the Frederick have missed a ram, and now they're chasing each other. The Alaska's got his nose up the Frederick's butt. Okay.
Our victory is in sight.
Okay, good point, Raptor. So, bad dispersion, low duration radar, LOL, the Alaska died,
Our victory is in sight.
and with that, you will win as long as you can get this Kronstadt reset. So he's turning, you fired your torps based on the line, now he's already turning out of that. So I would be thinking something along this. The other thing I would be thinking of is hitting the smoke right now. And I'm gonna pause again. The reason to hit the smoke right now is not to hide yourself from the Kronstadt. The reason to smoke right now is to bait the Kronstadt's radar to be used at a time when he can't detect the Yugumo's movement. Okay? That's all. You want to get that radar on cooldown as quickly as possible. You got your Save a Star medal, so that's exciting. Now, you can't get too far out. If you get too far out here, you cannot get your shots on the Kronstadt. You can't get your resets. You absolutely have to work him down.
Problem solved, sir.
See, now he's just going to park, and he's going to get the cap for free. Let's have a piece of pizza. Yeah, he could go with spread torps. That's true. Just dump them, get them out as quickly as possible. Just because you have single fire torps doesn't mean you should use them. Kronstadt is looking forward. He's probably expecting to see the Yugumo pop up. And your shells get there in time? Oh, just barely. Just barely. But this Kronstadt is he? Yeah, he's turning his turrets now. Okay. again, as long as the Yagumo lives, you're fine. You've got 2 more heals. There's no way, unless it's a detonation, that you get worked down. No way. Absolutely right, SAT. Kron misplayed because he dropped anchor as soon as Wingspan left the vision area, left the range. Why does every destroyer want to be within range of a Kron? Because that's what's going to win this game, that's why. Okay, Frederick is coming out up to the Yagumo to get that Torp strike in on him. Yeah, you earned a compliment cookie. That's good. Now the Kron is fed up. Guns, 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 guns. Look at the cap progress. You have to fire by about a quarter, at least in my opinion, because that first salvo, if it misses, guess what? Now he got the cap. And he got the cap. See? Little too late. Now you're in a situation where you have to get the kill. Because look at your Yagumo. I mean, it looks like he didn't kill the Frederick, and it also looks like the Frederick is moving on to your cap. Ronstedt is finally deciding to shoot at you. But you gotta be getting ready to go back in. Oh, all those torps missed. I agree, SAT. We should have seen some more aggressive play here, and this very well might cause the game to be a loss. Now you're going for the YOLO Torp. That's fine.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
See what Raptor was saying about the dispersion? Oh my god, look at the Yagumo. Look at the minimap. Look at the Yagumo and the Frederick. What is going on? Good job going to AP. How much you want to bet the Yagumo detonates here? Nope, it didn't detonate. Use your heal. And you might want to switch to HE, there you go. Now keep going left. Keep going left. He's gonna be forced to keep turning to keep his front guns on you. Now, by going right, you make it easier for him to do that.
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
You gotta go wider than that if you're gonna torp him. And once again, you didn't fire all your torps. So in a situation like that, you're far better off doing a spread of torps, and you're far better off shooting on either side of the ship.
The ship is on fire. Smoke generator started.
And this game went from a game that you could win just by, you know, getting resets and farming resets to a game that you have to get the kill in order to win. You could just hide. That is very true. Looking at the score, you will win in just enough time. Here comes the next salvo. Oh, boy. Yeah, I agree, Raptor. Hey, Luke, how's it going? Okay, don't turn back in. Don't turn back in. All you have to do is just run. You turn back in just for 2 corpse. Lots of good team play action going on here in chat. Oh my god. And look at how close this game was. Did it have to be this close? No way did it have to be that close. You kited way too far out as we were talking about. And you almost paid the price for that. Wow. Well, I hope it helped talking through this. Anybody else in chat want to put any suggestions out as we load up our next game, the Grozovoi? Meanwhile, I'm going to close entries and we're going to draw for a subscriber camo. Picking winner. And it's Kane Kanan. How's it going? Congratulations, Kane. Norseman, I haven't heard from you yet. Let me know if you are still here. Send me a direct message and I will get you your code. How's the quality of the stream going, guys? Okay? Everything working fine? Should you have just... Wingspan said, should I have just YOLO torped earlier, like when he went into cap me way back? No, I would have just stayed outside the cap and waited for him to make his mistakes and just keep farming him at max range. Or not even max range, get a little bit closer, would have been fine. Alright, so what a pretty ship. Grozovoi is a lot of fun. So this is Wingspan again, this time in the Grozovoi. No detonation flag. You are not running protection. That is a sin, my friend, especially since you could buy anti-det flags for credits in the arsenal. There's absolutely no reason to not run them right now, especially at tier 10 where it costs a lot to play the ship anyway. Anyways, you've got Papa for free XP, and then you've got I think that's fire and flood chance. I always mix those two up. Either way, you got those two done. Question is, what else could you run? You could be running repair booster. You could be running the other fire chance. You could be running the fire reduction. You could even run the consumable flag is good for this ship. There's so many consumables. Ran out of protection and went. That's how you got 2 kids. Lol. Oh, there's an Italian cruiser here. Let's go check out the Venezia, the new hotness. Oh, it's Phantomax. Let's take a look at this. He's running the super test camo. What do you guys think, chat? Pretty sexy ship. I mean, 3 triple turrets at the front, 2 triple turrets in the back, tons of secondaries. It even has torpedoes, triple torp launchers there. Pretty sexy, huh? Pretty long ship, though. I mean, that's almost like Iowa length or Alaska length. So probably takes torps pretty easily. Probably gets citadel easily. But let's get back to you. No, that is false. Princess Leia lives. Not all ships are sexy. There are some dumb. There are just some really ugly ships. Hey, Maris from Slovakia, huh? Cool. Thanks for hanging out. I've been to Slovakia once. Oh, this is a risky play here. You know the Shima's going to torp that direction.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oof. You're okay.
Torpedoes astern.
Nikolai is... maybe? Nikolai's performance is sexy. Beer can camo. Yeah, that's right, Gunman. That's true. But yeah, Slovakia was nice. We were just in Bratislava, so not too much going on there, but it's pretty awesome. Beer can camo is as sexy as beery bellies. And that's right, Princess Leia lives. They are beautiful on the inside. The camo that I actually like, that I think is the nicest looking camo. Oh, thanks for the follow. What was that? Ah. Oh, Negalexum. Sorry. One Galaxy FM. Okay. Derp. Thanks for the follow. Oh, God. I'm just curious, where are you guys from? Those of you that are hanging out and chat here, are you guys over in Europe or are you guys over in North America?
Engine boost activated.
I'm curious, because I try to do a stream around this time to be able to appeal to both groups, North America and Europe, but sometimes I wonder if I'm if I'm limiting my potential audience in a sense. Canada, UK. Awesome. UK is great. New York, Florida, South Carolina, South California, East Coast, Newfoundland. Oh, you were okay. I knew you were an Aussie Cthulhu. I didn't realize you were in Newfoundland. That's awesome. Georgia, another Slovakian. That's awesome. Spain. Oh boy. Now he's gonna move forward. Oh boy. And you got lucky there, he didn't have his torps ready to go. Great job there. Barry's in Australia, I'm guessing? Ducky shot. Lol. Ireland. Cool. Lower Saxony in Germany.
Torpedoes astern.
Yeah, he probably did launch earlier, that's true.
Smoke screen set.
That's cool. That's one thing I love about Twitch and all that. Predator Us, you are not from Zimbabwe. I met you at Anchors Away Anaheim. I know you're not from Zimbabwe. Nice try. Well, yeah, defensive wasn't needed, but hey, you know what? It made you feel good. God, I missed that bug. Did you guys, were you guys playing, like, oh my god, it must have been like 3 years ago now. There used to be a bug with defensive fire. You pop defensive fire and your anti-air guns just shoots at random into the air. And it was the coolest bug because whenever you're gonna win, you just pop it as your victory celebration and all your guys are right into the air. Oh man. I wish that they wouldn't have fixed that bug. Ooh, Grozovoi, backing up. This makes it easy for you because he's going to be stuck in one spot. Somebody else followed. Who's following? Johnny Who, thank you for following. Another question I'd like to ask, if you guys don't mind. How many of you guys are newer to the game? And how many of you guys are pretty used to the game at this point? Would you consider yourself to be a veteran? Because that helps me with sharing some things that I'm noticing as well. Oh, that Kerfurst is coming out. If only you had your smoke, now would be a really good time. Missile 5k, Wingspan, 11,000, bit of both from Sentinel. Okay. Game keeps telling you your first battle was tomorrow? Well, okay. You can keep reliving your memories then. 500 battles, you took a 2.5-year break in between. What caused the break? Gunman, you 3 years in, you still haven't learned a damn thing. Okay, well. See what I can help you. Some of you guys are a year in. Okay, cool. Alright, so I don't know if you guys know about saturation, but that was one thing I was going to mention, that Grozovoi that was backing up. His rear was all dirty, which means it's saturated, so each HE shells won't do as much damage in those areas. So you typically don't, if you're firing HE, you do not want to fire at those areas. Now AP ignores saturation, you'll still get overpen damage, so it's consistent damage, and it's better damage than HE. Game from tanks, okay. Oh, okay. Dark, you're in the Navy and you're on submarines, so I'll bet you are really excited about submarines coming out in this game. Tell you what, somebody you should take a look at too. Jive Turkey, J-I-V-T, you know, U-R-K-E-Y, Jive Turkey. He's another community contributor, and he was also an active duty submariner. I don't think he is still in the Navy. I think he's retired. He does a lot of other games too. He does a lot of cold water games and stuff like that. That's cold waters. That's a sub game. And Wingspan is gonna get some nice, sexy torps here on this Conqueror, I think. Yes, very retired. Yeah, I'm not sure what the Salem is doing down here. Oh well. And that Conqueror is just getting hammered. Good kill. Now, let's talk about the mini-map here. You gotta be careful. The core of their group is here. You got Des Moines over here. Why would you push a Des Moines in a destroyer? Right? Look at that Hargumo. He's gonna die, probably. Or maybe he'll kill the Des Moines. Either way, why would you push him? You've got a Kremlin all the way down over here. You could go for him. Personally, I would come out over here. Nice. Des Moines goes down. I'd come out over here. One, the Yu Yang is probably going to go hard for B now, because that's the only role play that this player can make to save the game. And you fighting a Yu Yang is just hilarious, because the Yu Yang can't torp you. Oh look! Somebody's in the cap. That very well could be the Shimakaze. At this point, I would keep turning and get your torps on the other side for torpedoes. Again, turning back to your guns now. If you switch to your guns, guess what? You just told him you torped him. Okay, radar operator on a rocket ship. Father-in-law, huh? That's awesome. Yeah, DM looked like it was low health, so... Good torpedo hit. This guy is missing you. Now, one thing you could have done, if you knew you were going to get spotted, is you could have turned into him and AP'd him right in the side, like right here. Ta-da! SAT says, let the Yu Yang take the cap so we've got more time to farm. Oh, you could do that too.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
AP was too early. I didn't catch that. I was looking at some other stuff at the time. And there's the Yu Yang. He kills the Haragumo, but you will defeat him. You have a heal available. Good, you just noticed. Now what's the Yu Yang gonna do about this? He's a smoke Yu Yang? Good for him. And Kraken unleashed. Oh, here's a Smolensk in the area. That is a problem for you.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
a general rule of thumb, I don't like to fire torps along the line for destroyers because they probably aren't going to go that way. I typically like to do about half. Nice kill.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Here come the torps. Yes, Phantom X is in the game, and yes, he did get wrecked in the Venezia. We don't exactly know how, but we know he died.
Torpedoes,
Well,
dead
at the
ahead.
initial onset, he was full health, so I'm guessing Wingspan is thinking torps can do something about that, but I do agree. It looked like he took some damage to the Minotaur very quickly, or possibly, well, any number of teammates that are all right here too. And it's time to give the Smolensk some of his own medicine. I like this. Sorry, AP is a little bit too early, but well, started it. You'll notice I'm using what's called the Navigator mod, and that's telling me,
Screen set.
pausing it here, that's telling me the approximate angle of the Smolensk to you. Right now it's about 40 degrees, and for AP, you want it to be greater than 40 degrees typically. I like around 45. Because it's a raw angle, and there are parts of the ship that are more angled and parts that are less angled. And look at that citadel. Now is when it's time to farm. And good, you saw and recognized that, that you've got a citadel on them, and you're like, ooh,
Enemy
citadel.
cruiser destroyed.
That's game. Nice battle, man. Move that to the done pile. What is next on our list? Okay. Phaegen, another piece of new hotness. Tier 7 French destroyer. Emilio 2I could have gotten more sits, possibly. Time Warp 76. Thanks for the follow. Smolensk has 6-kilometer smoke firing detection. Good to know. Good to know. So he couldn't smoke up and farm right there because you were within 6 kilometers. Alright, this is Ensign Cthulhu in your VOC. Ensign, do you want to jump into voice or do you want to just hang and listen? I don't know why this thing keeps popping up every battle. It's getting annoying. I need to do my drawing, so this time I haven't heard from either of the two winners yet from the other drawing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a question mark there and Norseman. So Kanakanen and Norseman, I need you guys to direct message me. Alright, you're going to try, okay. Where are you going to be at? You have the Kraken Discord? You're doing that, let's do the drawing. Close entries, pick a winner. Hush Pup. And resume. Hush Pup. Let's see, what am I on now? I am on Community Contributor Container. Does I get the right spot? Cool. If you have the Kraken Discord, that's the better one to jump into. Cthulhu, you don't. Okay, get on the community one. I think we've been on that one before. Let's go to training and help voice room. Fortunately, I missed the chance to do our screenshot before the damage mod popped up, but that's okay. A screenshot like that, good enough.
Let's give them a hard time.
Hey, I am on voice chat.
Good enough.
Let's give them a hard time.
Hey, I am on voice chat.
Good enough. Let's give them a hard
Well, Cthulhu found it in here, but there's a little bit of a reverb going on. All right, there. I think we're fixed now, Cthulhu.
Sorry, I didn't know I had an external mic on my computer.
It's all good. It's all good. So you're in the VOC. You've got a division mate, your hood. This is a top tier battle, and you are in really good shape. I mean, Fiji is a threat, but perhaps if you get too close to him. That's about it.
I think this is about my second battle in this ship.
You like her?
It's an interesting tale. When they gave out the credit or the tokens compensation on Friday night or whenever it was, I found out that if I got this, I could have all 4 permacamos. So I did the dirty thing, free XP to her, and set off to get 15k XP.
Now, what are you doing running standard consumables?
Being too excited. Guilty.
For those who don't know, Cthulhu is a bit of a fixture on this channel. So. Now here you've got actually you could go for torps. You don't know if this. Okay, never mind. Forget I even mentioned that. Some seamen finding out how good the hood has been buffed to, because now it has much better penetration than it used to have when they first released it. Yes, can we get a in chat for everybody about the stack?
Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes, direct front.
How do I pronounce Vaculin? Like that. I pronounce it Vaculin. Which is probably wrong. It's probably Vaculin, you know, I don't know, something, but I don't know French.
Vocalan, I think.
Sorry, say that again?
Vocalan, I think.
Vocalan. Oh, like vocal. Okay. I'm learning things. I love it. Okay, so Miyoko, big threat.
I dumped those torps in the hope of getting one of those, the cruiser or the battleship. They were both going too fast.
Mm-hmm. Vokalin? Vukulon. Almost like Vorlon.
Problem solved, sir.
There's probably a few French Canadians that are really triggered right now with my butchering of the name, and I do apologize for that. Oh, somebody followed. Thanks for the follow.
Engine boost deactivated.
Duff 7676. In with the follow. Make sure you hit exclamation point raffle to get yourself into prizes. Whatever. The raffle.
So at this stage, I was, as I said, still getting used to her and basically dodging, diving, and taking shots at things where I could.
Well, the interesting thing is you're already up by 3 ships. So at this point, yeah, I mean, there's a Congo you can farm right there. Now we lost vision temporarily as the Farragut smoked and denied everybody the vision, but then the Congo fired, so there comes the vision.
Yeah, back again.
Main battery reload booster, setting fires. Main battery booster is great for ships that GCP. Hey, Xerax.
I figured right here, looking at things in retrospect, there's a couple of battleships there that could easily have been blapping me, and I don't know why I'm not dead.
Two things. How many times do I tell you to shoot destroyers? When you're in a battleship?
Lots.
And that's part of the reason why, because I think a lot of players, especially in the mid-tiers, when they play Battleship, they focus only on battleships or cruisers, and they don't really think much about the destroyers. Plus, you're farther away. You are not the closest enemy. Even the Miyoko should be shooting at you right now. But he's shooting at the Congo.
That's what I couldn't work out. This Miyoko should have had me dead to rights.
Now, I'd throw some torps his way, because you've got him. Might as well use him.
Spoiler, that's coming. But I wanted him. I'm jaded on torps for playing with bots too much, so I wanted to get close to be sure of a shot on one of these two. And to be honest, I was saving them for the battleship.
Okay, fair. Now, when you see
However,
this...
that was too good to resist.
Oh yeah.
Let's dump one out and get him. Give him something to think about. And now YOLO the BB. And second lot to make sure. And
double strike.
We've got 2 of them.
Nice work.
I was not expecting to hit the Miyoko, actually.
SAT mentioning AP possibility on the broadside Miyoko.
Yeah, I don't have enough experience with the guns yet to know how well they do, so...
I mean, they're the biggest guns you can get for a destroyer. So... Other than the 150s you find in the Germans.
Yeah, things I could have done better.
You asking me?
Yeah.
Find a more balanced game so you can play longer? The thing is, towards the middle there, it looked like you weren't quite sure where to go, and you default went back to your team. One of the things you could have done is press the attack and gone down more mid. Yes, it possibly could have gotten you killed, but you could have gotten on their cap and threatened their cap, forcing the team to turn around.
Yeah, I just finished playing a game in which I was sort of reckless and pushy and got myself blapped early, so perhaps I was a little more interested in self-preservation because of that.
Sure. You know, we talked about the AP on the broadside cruiser, and just looking for opportunities to farm. I mean, you watched me play Kiev in clan battles earlier, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the French destroyers can be super long range HE spam battleships, forcing them to get angry with you and commit to shooting you, and basically be a troll. The other thing you could do with them, if you've got a full concealment build, is play destroyer blap games. So you get up close to other destroyers, use islands and stuff to help you, set traps, ambushes, use your reload booster at the right time. Like that Miyoko that was broadside, AP reload booster, he's dead. That's it, done.
Sure. Yeah, the captain I've got on this one is 10 points. Priority target, last stand. At the moment, I've got BFT and concealment on him, so I need to build him up quite a bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's fine. You said you have priority target. You don't have preventative maintenance?
No, but
okay.
I used to, and then I started sending games in to you, and you said priority target, so I did that, and I started living longer.
Well, priority target does let you know just how effed you are.
Yeah.
Or you're about to be, so yes, it can be helpful. Once you start getting comfortable in destroyers, you can start ditching the priority target and picking up preventative maintenance if you want. It's really up to you, the player, to make that determination. I know Flamu and a bunch of others still like to do priority target because you can tell when they're torpedoing you, like if you're in a destroyer knife fight, which is absolutely valuable, sure. Winch Tiger, congratulations, I'll get you a camo code coming up. But, it's up to you on that one. Otherwise, it sounds like your commander skills are right.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for featuring that one. A little later down the track, I might send you another co-op game in the little tier 3.
That's fine. I actually haven't even seen the tier 3 because I never got a chance to test it. I was so busy. So I wouldn't mind that at all.
Okay, are you streaming general games next week?
Of course, I'm streaming whatever people vote for, so.
Alright, I'll send that one in.
Great. Oh, and by the way, one other key skill to look into on the French destroyers is IFHE, because that 139 millimeter guns. You divide that by, I'm gonna do the math. 139 divided by 6 gets you 23 millimeters of pen, so you pen 22 millimeters of armor. Multiply that by 1.3 for IFHE, and now you're at 30 millimeters, so you pen 29, which means now you can penetrate pretty much every cruiser with HE.
I'll bear that in mind for the long haul.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Actually, some people prefer to go for IFHE first instead of Concealment Expert. So if you like playing, you know, Destroyer Blappy games, Concealment Expert, and, you know, IFHE later, if you like playing long range, just, you know, piss off the enemy, then IFHE.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, take care, man. Good seeing you again.
You too, bye.
Alright. Cthulhu's always fun to hang with and stuff, so it's good stuff. You can predict who is aiming at you based on the priority target number. Right. Exactly right, a piece of pizza. It changes from, say, 2 to 1 to 2. Oh, there's torps coming your way. Now, I've trained myself to think about when destroyers are going to torp based off of their the way that they look. So if a destroyer goes broadside or whatever, then I know I'm in their torpedo angle, then I know he's going to torp me, so what am I going to do? I'm instinctively going to slow down and turn in. Or out, but usually turn in. Other things to think about, if you guys were watching my clan battle game earlier and I full health torpedoed a Kiev that was charging at me with somebody else, if you go back and find that clip, watch how I never targeted him at all with guns. I just targeted him with torpedoes, and then I hit X to drop the target lock, and then I retargeted on, I think it was the Akizuki that was chasing me as well. And then I put guns back on, and then I kept shooting him. Why is that important? The Akizuki thought torpedoes were coming his way, the Kiev did not. LOL, a few seconds later. Rockets versus Russian deck armor, not so much. That is very true. This is Rabid Bobcat in the Lenin. Tier 8 premium battleship. This one's a pretty fun ship. You've got all the business up in the front, and you can see that the area in the back here is reserved for hanging off the edge of the deck and partying. That's a reference to, if anybody saw the picture of the Russian, what is it, a destroyer or cruiser, Grozovoi, the current modern day one, almost collided with another ship, and there's people sunning themselves on the fantail. That's where you have the party. Scroll wheel zoom, yes, pro tip, you can use the shift key to zoom in and out at a hurry. Good use there of your AA mechanic. You literally just ordered pizza because of the stream right now. Well, you know what? I'm making pizza after the stream. I'm reheating some leftover pizza. Good thing the stream doesn't try to sell me on more expensive things. Oh my god. Princess Leia Lives wants pizza too, huh? Nice. Edgecase is a sharing guy. He just became a father. He needs to, you know, he's a good sharer, right? Sharing is caring. Now the Lenin has really good armor, although it does have a cheek, kind of like the Yamato and Musashi do. You have to be watching out for that. But the nice thing about the Lenin is because of the turret setup, you can change from right and left very easily if it's on the front side, kind of like the Nelson. Now guys, we probably have time for 1 or 2 more replays, and then we'll probably be calling it a day. Oh, the Dunkirk with the... what? Close quarters expert on the Graf Spee. Now, what are you doing? Don't target that guy. Target the Dallas. Get him off the board. There you go. Ooh. That would be the Dunkirk hitting you at an angle. You had to turn more.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
But time for you to hit him back. And boy, did you hit him back. Yeah, I hope you guys don't have motion sickness problems, because, you know. There you go. Now you're doing the bow on thing. And what I would do is I would continue moving to the right. See how he's now going bow on to you? So you need to be putting yourself in a position to say, I want to drive by this guy. Because there's no way that you're going to kill him bow on like this. So you want to be thinking about that. And the proper way to drive by is zooming out. Okay, you can do that too. Is to zoom out and just aim with the pipper there. Here we go, here we go. Don't zoom in. I mean, you can, but he's really close. You don't want to.
Enemy battleship foundered.
And there it is. He panicked, and you took advantage of that panic. Now, there's a ranger spotted. You could... Yes. Now, the place to aim on the ranger is right underneath the hangar and the smokestacks.
Fighter airborne.
Nice. You could turn out to get that third turret on target. There you go. Third target has fired. A little behind. That's okay. Shooting based on last known. Maybe a little off. We'll see shortly. Double strike from the Cleveland as both guppies go down. Yeah, it's hard to watch with all the zooming, isn't it? It's like MLG quickscope. Da, 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 da. Forget the carrier, by the way. I would turn this way. I would go up this way. You've got a Turpit's buddy right next to you. Let him go and farm the carrier and be, you know, not effective. Go up this way. You need to help hold this Vladivostok in place, support against the Monarch, and all that kind of stuff. Can I unlock the? Yeah, I can. Is that better for you? Actually, what we can do, since you're off on an adventure right now, let's go take a look at what's happening in the rest of the game. It's a great idea you had there, jjerryemery. Thank you. Look at that Monarch. That Monarch needs to die. Looks like you might take a torp and die. That's good. Doink. Nope, your Monarch said no. Beat him to it. Your Monarch's in a bad spot there. Although he does have improved repair party, so that's going to be... Never mind. Took a Ranger Flood. Now, this Nuremberg is getting himself in a bad spot. He is in the Lawnmower Blade. Never go into the Lawnmower Blade. Because now, if he gets spotted, guess what? People will just simply shoot at him. And that becomes a problem. He should be... Yep, here comes the shots on him. And you see all those hits he's been taking? He thought he was going to get that cap. And guess what? He didn't. So... Old for Fang, thanks for the follow. What this Nuremberg needs to be thinking of is getting out of this situation, or at least not being spotted. If he can get somehow to this side of the Lawnmower Blade, where my reticule is pointed, and he'd be okay. But you'll notice, he's just dying. He needs to back up, and he needs to turn. He needs to back up like this, behind the island. He does that, then he's out of the shots of the Vlad, but he's just simply sitting there. You know what's gonna happen. The Lawnmower strikes again, that's right. Ranger goes down. Now, had you been going this way before, Rabid, you still could have turned your guns in time to shoot the Ranger. You would have been closer to the action. And you would have had a beautiful broadside shot on this Vladivostok right here. But instead, you're so far away. Let's see what you're looking at. You're looking at the Vlad, which is just at the edge of your range.
Fighter airborne.
Already AA sector used. Fine, good. I would not have DCP'd that. You have a limited number of DCP charges, and one fire, who cares?
Problem solved, sir.
Besides, you just killed that ranger. Let him get some free damage on you anyway. That's a few more XP points for him. Help him out with his grind. That's actually usually what I do if I know I'm fine. I'll just whatever. Guns to the... Okay, there you go. I was just about to say it left, but the Budioni moved forward. Now the Budioni is going into the lawnmower. I try to be generous. Tell you what, if I could share my horde with people, I definitely would do just that. Fortunately, I cannot. Ooh, look at this dispersion. Oh. Dirty, dirty hit. Getting dizzy again, huh? Well, oh, Turpits. Beautiful salvo over there.
Nice work.
And once again now, at this point, not much to shoot at. Oh, the hipper.
Concentrate fire.
Let's see if you're looking at the hipper. No, you're looking back and forth. Hipper, 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 hipper. Again, you've got the turrets that switch quickly and easily. He's thinking broadside battleship. And your shells are all missed and you were late anyway. Hipper would have been the better play. Smog would never share. Zaf's lawnmower service. I love it. I love it. Battleship free lawn guaranteed. Oh, yeah, the scroll. Oh, it hurts. At this point, I guess it's time for you to go in the lawnmower. Especially if you're committing on killing this Vlad instead of the hipper. Eurus has found himself a beachhead to sit there and offload. He's reversing now. Now you care about the hipper. See, the hipper is just going to kite away and be a jerk. Yeah, right-click looking around is much more pleasant, Arlen, but you know what the problem is with that? When you let go of the right-click and then it just flips around 180 degrees, I really hate that bug.
Problem solved, sir.
Lawnmower demands another sacrifice, huh? Nice hit. Now you have to be very cognizant of the broadside you're giving right now to the Vladivostok and the Massachusetts. So you either go hard north to kill the hipper, which is what I would do, and tell the Turpits to go B so he can die in the lawnmower, or I would go hard B and bow into those two battleships. There's the kill.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Now they still have two caps. They are still in the lead from points because your Turpits isn't in the cap, and neither are you. You need to free yourself from this Turpits buddy that you've picked up. Alright, so Rabid is going to go for the cap, the GG easy cap. Now the threat with this is if the Turpits goes YOLO in and gets just completely demolished is a thing. Communication on chat? Yeah, what kind of sorcery is it? That's true. Since he's off doing that, let's go take a look at what's happening here. And by the way, what I would recommend Rapid do at this point is come in, turn around, and come back out, bow facing out of the channel. Let's take a look at what the Turpits does. Turpits is going for torps way too early. He needs to turn in, bow on, and go for straight bow tanking. And he should have held that torp, but he didn't, so oh well. Oh, you managed to get some guns in, that's good. Tirpitz is sitting broadside. Bad things about to happen. Yep.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
And now the Tirpitz is sitting broadside to the Massachusetts as well. Also within Massachusetts' secondary range. And here's where he probably wishes he had his torpedoes. Tirpitz is now stopping so that he can get a full AP salvo taken. There it is. This is how not to play a battleship, just putting this out there. And the Massachusetts secondary is the Furious. Lol. Alright, now look. Look what happened to you. You beached yourself. That's not gonna help you. One bit. You should have come down this I think you were too... We weren't watching you because you were zooming in all over the place, but you were probably too tunnel visioned on that. And now you've wasted an opportunity here. You have to get into B as quickly as possible to save your Tirpitz, who is just healed so he can take more damage. Oh look, more damage. Yes, our guy is doing not sir. Spot the Vlad. Nobody's left to spot the Vlad, dude. All you can hope for is a YOLO charge into their Vlad, kill him, get on to B cap, stop their point gain, possibly cap it, and maybe even kill the Massachusetts while you're at it. You can do it, right? That's what Tirpitzes do. Yeah, that's true. It is true. Unfortunate as well. Where is he? Probably right where his last known was, and a little bit farther up. Yeah, he's got this, guys. We can go do another replay at this point. What is he using? Oh, okay. Got another camera. I was talking earlier about damage saturation, and you can see here, he's not that saturated anywhere. His rear portion is pretty clean, and his front is and midsection are somewhat dirty. Wow. How do I say that? And then, oh, it disappeared. Well, thanks for the follow. I'll see if it comes back up again and I can mention that. If you're not sure where he is, you could pop a plane. But you've used yours already, so you don't have it. Oh, wow. He turned around and ran. Okay, there's one for the Kraken. You have to get into the cap now to stop their cap point gain. Full speed ahead. You also can't let him ram you, by the way. He wants a ram because he's going to win if he gets a ram. Yep, you have to kill him. 1.5 minutes left, not enough time for you to tick up on points. You said sure. If you're lucky, you're good. You can lure him into turning broadside, or at least, you know, surprise hit him. Ram-ins go to the team with more points. That's what I'm thinking, and take a look. You're also off on DCP. And you gave too much broadside. Well, thanks for sending in the game. It's always nice having losses on the stream because so many people love to send in only wins. So appreciate that, Rabid. Hopefully the commentary I gave give you some ideas. Had you not beached right there, things would have been different. Had the Tirpitz not, you know, sat broadside, things would have been different. But they did what they did. So it happens. Moving on, ranked Musashi game. Closing entries. What did I give away last time? People haven't been messaging me, by the way, to pick up their stuff. I gave away a CC code, so let's do subscriber camo for Feed the Fish. Feed the Fish. Feed the Fish, if you're there, just send me a direct message. This is Truel98. See if I can get the screenshot done here before the timer runs out. I think I can. Musashi in this case. I just love this gigantic bow. Fun thing about these Japanese battleships was the chrysanthemum at the front, which is their imperial the imperial family symbol. The size of this is designed to kind of indicate how powerful the ship is and stuff. So of course, this ship has the largest of the chrysanthemums out there on these ships, and it was massive. I don't remember the exact size of it, but just massive. I can give Ken this stuff and he'll get them, sure. Let's see what Trolls is running flag wise. XP, speed, repair booster, protection, consumable reload, free XP, and credits. Okay. The only other flags to consider would be anti-fire, so fire reduction, and flood reduction would be good. You've got an Iowa on your team. Let's see what the Iowa's running. Iowa is not wearing protection. That's great. Had a slightly delayed start. Kitakaze. Kitakaze is wearing protection. Not too many flags though. I am a nerd. Sorry. Deal with it. And our Venom here is running protection. Check out the Alaska. The Alaska sounds like he enjoys ranked. What do you mean by that? Did I miss something in the game chat? Alaska is fully flagged. Good. And the Freddy is he not wearing protection? Nope, that's a flood reduction. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not able to check in-game chat. In regular game, you could hit enter to pull it up, but in replays, you just have to wait for somebody else to type something. So, oh well. Now you're in the big dumb battleship Musashi. Musashi's got lull pen on just about everything, including its opposite. So that's kind of nifty. Ms. Leek, thanks for the follow. DCP time. Oh, lost 3 in a row. I probably would have DCP'd there. You're on double fires. What do you think, SAT? Should he have DCP'd? Yeah, a little late on that DCP, and at that point you might as well let the fire burn all the way. Like he was listening to us. Kitakaze slap fight coming up. Let's go watch. Because this might decide the outcome of the battle. Your Kitakaze is already winning the slap fight. You shot the Soyuz, okay. If you had a shot on this on the Kita, I would have suggested taking a shot on the Kita. Kita is choosing not to smoke up. Bold move. See how it pans out. Not well. So your Kitakaze, enemy Kitakaze, forgot he had smoke, and this is the rank 6 to 10 bracket. You would not expect to see that in rank 6 to 10, guys. No SE on the Kita either. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Venom dropping torps and running like mad. You are sitting in a pretty good spot there. Other Kitakaze Torps coming through. It looks like they got a hit on the Frederick. But that's okay. Get back to what you're doing. Winners die with all their smoke. He probably is running standard smoke too. You never know. Now that Kitakaze is going to be a threat, as your Frederick is well, making some poor life choices. I think he is YOLOing into a Georgia now. So at this point, he's going to have to use the German torpedo. I don't know if there's much else that he can do. Fine, Tedster, I'll fix my email address. There you go. Now back to the action. This is rank 10 to 6. Thanks for the catch though, by the way, Ted. German torpedo! German torpedo! Nope. Oh! Whoa, did you see that? Did you see that? Wow! I apologize for the shakiness of the camera, but we caught that just in the nick of time. So guys, I am being pinged. Okay, we got one more to do. Let's get back to your screen. What are you looking at? German engineering indeed. Where's Sea Raptor here with the German bias stuff? Or the German pride, I should say. Oh boy. So Rule hasn't really done much other than just kind of sit there, and his team is just kind of doing work for him. Now him pushing up and threatening the Seattle is good if the Iowa can get around and get a flank. Y'all for the fatherland.
The ship is on fire.
I like that your Kitakaze is following, and the Benham is gonna just torp kill this Soyuz probably. There it goes. So now it's a question of the Seattle being threatened and that Musashi just getting stuck there. And look at this, you can hit the cheek. Yes. Germalsu, your name is German? Cool. Only one overbeen, unfortunate. Alright, Seattle's coming out. And you're ready for it. Now one thing to note, the Kitakaze is probably around too, so I would be slowing down. I'd be slowing down in anticipation of Kitakaze torps. Or, at this point, the way the Seattle is running, speed up and use him as body armor. Oh my god, or just ram him. Oh, he's going for it, he's going for it. We need to witness. We must witness this ram. There's the ram. Look at the smoke and the carnage. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. This might be my... This might end up being the cover shot for today. Look at that. Oh boy. Okay, back to speed. And just in time for your guns to get shots on the broadside Musashi too. Wow. Your Kitakaze does work on their Kitakaze. And that's game. That's how crazy ranked can be, right? So in that situation, did Drool do anything wrong? No. We basically just kind of saw him being a presence on the battlefield and allowing his team to go and win. But, you know, that game was decided early with that Kitakaze making silly decisions. Guys, we're going to do one more replay, and this is an ARP Takao replay, otherwise known as the Atago. Close, draw a winner. Darmakalan, and that I believe is for a community contributor container. So, Darmakalan, if you're here, please send me a message. And I need to enter it into my spreadsheet in a second. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I keep a spreadsheet for all of my codes. Gotta make sure everything's done right. Plus, if I'm ever audited, I want to make sure I've got a proper accounting of everything. So, I'm gonna tab out and put that in.
General quarters.
Hey, he's here! Dark Malakan. Here you go, sir. Thanks for playing. Thanks for hanging out. Do I have a YouTube channel? I do, Gimmersu. It's actually right below on the bottom there. YouTube.com/LordZath. Lord_Zath. And you're welcome to peruse. I've got, oh my god, I've got over 500 replay analyses done. All kinds of different ships. I've got playlists for destroyers, battleships, carriers, cruisers. I've got playlists for competitive, either player run events or clan battles and ranked. Is there underscore cut out in the bottom of the frame? That's annoying. And I slightly make this taller. Still kind of cut off.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Sorry guys, I'm a bit of an OBS noob when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm gonna just go in slow-mo for a sec while I try to fix that. Give me a sec, chat, if you don't mind. Sorry. How can I fix it? Center, vertical alignment. Let's do top vertical alignment. Let's see if that fixes it at all. I'll fix it some other time. Fix it afterwards. It's not a big deal. Lord_Zath. There you go. Alright. Just do it. Yeah, I can drag the thing a bit higher, but you know how it does like the snap thing? So it'll just like, oh, you want it here? And go like up like a third of the way. Like I said, I'll just mess with it later. It's all good. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I just got a follow. Didn't get a chance to catch that. Thank you. I gotta see if this whole in credits thing is working. I had this cool idea and didn't see anything. Anyway, so Desta waits Tago, which is kind of a discount Takao, but hey, it's a tier 8 premium ship given away for free once upon a time, so why not? It's got the heel, it's got 203mm guns, it's got decent armor if you're not broadside, and if you are broadside, it's got troll armor, and it's got 10km torpedoes. Now, this is a tier 10 battle, so you need to be thinking about positioning here. You kind of got up in front there, got yourself shot at a bit. I would not have fired here. I would have waited for that Musashi to shoot and then fired. Because Musashi is by far your biggest threat. See what I mean? You did not have to take that had you waited for the Musashi to fire. And there's the gearing. Fortunately, you've got a Republic and an Ognavoy over there that can help shoot him. Be careful not to over-rotate because Musashi has your broadside. And he's kind of demonstrated that he can hit you. Well, in this case, he did okay giving broadside, but yeah, you gotta be careful. That Montana also has your broadside now, too. What you need to do here is stealth up. In other words, stop shooting. You have a 20-second penalty for firing in open water. So, wait for that penalty to go down to 0. So you stealth up, turn out, turn into a kiting position. Then resume firing. Musashi is very low. I would go back to shooting the yeah, keep shooting the Musashi. Get him out of the game. Montana firing at you. AP is not needed right now. Yes, Princess Leia lives. I did. As a matter of fact, if you check out my Twitter, you'll find my chair. Came on Tuesday. I was so excited for it. And it arrived, and I'm like, I need to make this chair now. So you better believe I spent 3 hours and put my chair together. Actually, I think it was an hour and a half. Mind you, the chair is supposed to take about 20 minutes to build, but I took my time, and I wanted to make sure that the back of the chair fit properly, because I have back issues, and I wanted to make sure that my back was properly supported here. But can my chair do this? And you know what? I've actually never owned a gaming chair before, so this is a first. Oh, stop! Stop! Right now. Pause. Look at the smoke, dude. Get ready for hydro. Hydro, 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 hydro. Gamer chairs increase your PR by 15%. Oh, it's already assembled. That's what I was saying. Like, I had to assemble it immediately. There's your hydro. Good. And slowing down. That's good awareness, at least for the smoke there. You recognize the threat. You responded accordingly. Do not shoot now. Just charge the smoke. You'll catch the gearing by surprise as he sits in his smoke. It is a beautiful chair. I am so glad I got this thing. It is absolutely gorgeous. What's so special about a gaming chair? It's designed for long periods of time in an upright position. More so than even an office chair, stuff like that. It's good stuff.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
And increases your personal rating. Montana's shooting at you, so you want to switch to more of a bow-on stance. Makes sense. And again, here's a situation right here where you could stop shooting. And if you stop shooting, you stealth up, and you're able to turn and move more into the mid and that sort of thing. What you're doing right now is basically letting him shoot you more on the side because you're trying to get all of your guns on target. Gaming chairs decrease your sexiness? Have you seen my gaming chair, dude? Check it out. Go on Twitter, check it out. I'm telling you. It is sexy. Oh, this is gonna nope. Okay, you're fine.
Enemy battleship sunk.
You were joking about selling you more expensive things. Did you see it, man? Did you see how sexy that thing is? And I'm sitting in it right now. Up to 15%. Written in very small print. I mean, I'll tell you what. Yeah, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you have to check this chair out. It is amazing. got the look, it's got the feel. Akizuki! Now is when you get the chance to punish, because LOL, you've got really good HE on it. Is it the Iron Throne? No. See if I can drop the link, the direct link to it. Probably most gaming change either lack lumbar support or they're built for people that have never seen a gym ever. Yeah. Yeah. Mine has a lumbar pillow. There's a larger version that's got the other thing set up, but yeah.
Problem solved, sir.
Oh. Where's my link? Where is my link? There. Copy.
Torpedoes astern.
King of all the Vwbsiracins, yeah. Uh-oh. Here we go. We're stopping broadside in front of an Alsace. Nothing bad can happen here.
Our team has taken the lead.
Yeah, Your dog's name is Stark? That's awesome. I so wanted to get a House Stark chair. Don't do this, man. Don't do this. Keep backing up. Oh, it's too late. You're moving forward now. Here comes the blab! Oh, that island OP armor. Am I gonna take more pictures of that chair? I don't know. And yes, it is a sexy, sexy chair. Yeah, the stuff on the sides that are sticking out a little bit, yeah. I think that the larger one that they make is a little bit has a little bit more room up there. Not 100%. It's okay. Princess Leia lives just okay. My gaming chair theater. Damn right. Yeah, I wanted to get the Stark, but you know what the problem with the Stark is? It's got that cream color on it, and I'm worried it's gonna show all dirt and stuff. So the black is a more natural color. The other thing that I just love about it, if you look very carefully at the pictures, if you shine the light just right, it'll actually sparkle, which is just hella cool, right? And then it's got this dragon scale all around it, and down on the bottom, holding my legs in, which on the smaller one you get, but on the larger size, they're Titan, you don't get that little wing on the bottom with the dragon scale. It's just suede. So to me, it is awesome. Immersion lost, sorry. I can't believe that Desta won, or at least survived against broadside, being broadside to Alsace, being broadside to Montana, almost broadside to Yamato. Now AP here against a broadside Ibuki is okay, but I find that ships that are broadside like that at such long range, they typically move. I like to use HE and plan on the maneuver. Oh, good. Spectating the shot. It's always fun. One of the cool parts of this game is just spectating stuff with a Z, you know? It's nice. I really enjoy it. Nice pizza there, Edgecase. What is that? Is that... Edgecase just shared what he had. Looks like he had Canadian bacon and pepperoni. Mine is a Rosati's deep dish with extra sauce and bacon and garlic, and it is waiting for me very soon. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. So I don't like Canadian bacon either. You gotta have the real bacon in my opinion. Tedster needs to order pizza. Oh, prosciutto on sausage. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Anyway, thanks for watching here. We're gonna do our last drawing, and then we're gonna switch here. This credits thing is supposed to be rolling, but it's not. I don't know why it's not. I need to figure that out. Grr, that's annoying, but it is what it is. So let's go and draw. Hopefully you guys are hearing the music right now, which is my favorite soundtrack to this game. One last drawing, this time for, I believe this is subscriber camo, and it's Dark Leaves. Congratulations. Thanks for playing, thanks for hanging out. You're not hearing music. Oh, really? That's interesting. Because it's supposed to be playing some music for you right now. Is it playing? Is it now? It's low. Yeah, it was meant to be a little bit low because it kind of drowns me out. So I'm trying to find the right volume for it. Is that good? This song is not from the game. It was from the Captain Bad Advice series that World of Warships ran, called Let's Horn, and it is amazing. Look up World of Warships Bad Advice Let's Horn. That's what it's called. The FQ one is another song, but I don't think it's as good in my opinion. But yeah, that's definitely there. So guys, this is the part where I would normally thank everybody individually for following and stuff, and I had it all set up and it's blown up in my face, so I really apologize that, but for those of you guys that have been hanging out and sticking with it, I really do appreciate you being here. It's great to see everybody, and we need to raid somebody. You absolutely better believe we are going to raid somebody. Now, who shall we raid? I usually like to raid people that don't have that many people that are following right or that are viewing, so I can kind of spread the love around. I know Fem's up there, Nazrhat's up there, Majash is up there, Daniel Rusev. Okay, where is he? The Outer German Engineering, hygiene and stuff. Yeah, that could work. Let me pop into a stream, make sure he is live and not posting somebody else. LOL, that happened to me once before. He has a YouTube channel and does memes. Well, that works then. Alright, let's do it. So, let's see. Raid. And, channel is Daniel Rusev. There it is. Guys, thanks again. Make sure you give the characteristic Zath wave when you get in there. Say hi, tell them Zath sent you, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday, everybody. Best of luck out there. Peace out. Let's do this.
Oh, thanks. Hello. Okay. Take care of North Carolina.